All right, my name is Starseed Bey, and this is going to be part two of this discussion. This discussion is just continuing on um, from what we're talking about. Just looking at everything as a whole. Why are we dividing all of our truths and experiences? Why are we throwing all of our truths and experiences as our own truths, right? Because they are our own truths, but why are we not listening to each other? Why are we not listening to each other? We're just going to continue this discussion with that. What will it take? What will it take for us to join together? To join together. One of the things that I've really noticed a lot is that a lot of people who I have been walking with, and that's a key thing too. Let me bring that up real quick. Is walking with each other, learning that we shouldn't be following somebody, we shouldn't be behind somebody, and we shouldn't be in front of somebody. We should be walking beside our brothers and sisters together. We should be walking beside our brothers and sisters together. A lot of people, no, excuse me, a lot of people that I've watched since 2010 have developed a sense that they have a lot of knowledge and awareness, which is true. I myself have gained a lot of awareness myself. But I haven't lost that focus of baby steps, and what it was like to not be aware of things. What it's like not to be aware of things. We need to be the voice and inspiration for others, but we need to realize that we're still on the same level. A lot of people will say, man, my third eye is fully activated. Man, I know everything that's going on behind the veil. I talk and have communication with these beings all the time. I'm jumping on these ships and things like that. Which can be very true. Very true. I myself have had the same experiences. But we can get lost in that. We can get lost in all those experiences, and we lose touch with the newborns. We lose touch with the newborns of people who are just waking up. And we have to stay at that level of those who are waking up right now, who are thirsty for knowledge. We need to we need to be able to be the ones that people can go to and go, oh, hey, Adam has had many experiences, but he really has that kind heart, and he really wants to make sure everybody is making their life for the better. I want to be able to see you guys grow and develop. I don't want my story to be hey, I've done all this stuff, so if I can do it, you can do it. Perception, right? I can use my story and say, I have pulling myself out. Of depression, and I have created a stronger foundation within myself, a stronger foundation with Christ, a stronger foundation spiritually, to get myself out of there. Those are my foundations, and those are my tools. I could just say, hey, I activated my third eye. I know what's going on, man. Man, life is good. You need to come and listen to me. Give me the spotlight and listen to me. I don't want that, man. I don't want that. And a lot of people who are those voices, they generate that. And we don't want to create that pedestal, okay? We can be lost in that pedestal. We can be lost in that spotlight, and that's what happens to many people. That's what happens to say we use pastors for example. They're all about, finding that love of Christ, finding that love of peace and everything. But what happens, and my parents went through this when I was a child, is that sometimes the pastor gets lost in his own human doctrines, that he loses the connection with the people. He loses the connection with the people because he has generated his own human doctrine and lost the whole point of what happened, the whole point of the experience, the whole point of that personal relationship with Christ, the whole point of that personal awareness of, oh wow, I went through deep meditation and I was in contact with these ET beings and they taught me stuff. They showed me stuff. And then you share that testimony. People are getting lost in the spotlight. And soon down the road, that's going to bite them in the butt. Because when you become a spotlight person, you gain followers. And when you gain followers, they just listen, but they don't do the work and they don't do the practices. And when you don't do the work and you don't do the practices and you just spend all that time listening to that person and going, oh yeah, man, we're entering that fifth dimension. Yep. Man, ETs are going to be coming here. Or they're going to come saving. Yep, man, I'm so ready for this, man. I'm so ready. Creating that false hope. Creating that faith. That blind faith of, something's coming. Just like Christmas, right? We were all children. And we just couldn't wait to see what presents were under the tree. We just couldn't wait to open them. And we generate that excitement of like, what is it going to be? What's it going to be? So we wake up, our parents sitting there with their eyes just going, oh man, I can't wait for my kids to see what we gave them, right? We open up our toys. Wow, look at this. Wow. Look at this new Nintendo system. Wow, look at this Ninja Turtle toy, right? And after everything's said and done, you have all these presents open. You play with them for a little bit. And the next day rolls around. And life continues on. And then you look forward to the next Christmas or the next birthday of, hey, what's life going to bring us next? And we focus so much on that one experience of, man, I can't wait to see what's in that present. And totally lose touch with each and every day, each and every moment that we could have had our own personal experiences and joys. Man, this stuff gets deep, man. But we got to be real with each other. And we got to just stay grounded. Don't let your life revolve around the spotlight. Whether you are part of that spotlight or not. We really have to look at everything. Again, I'll go back to what I talked about in part 1, is understanding the mountain within. Jacob's ladder, understanding what that truly means. We have to climb that mountain. In life. And even when it seems hard, you look up high at the mountain. And you're looking at it going, man, what's up there? Is Christ up there? Is my Creator up there? If I go up there, am I going to be in contact with ETs? Man, if I go up there, man, I'm going to have that satisfaction of knowing, man, I walked that mountain. I made it to the top. I made it to the top. What does that feel? People who are mountain climbing. What does it feel to make it to the top of that mountain? You feel that sense of accomplishment. That sense of accomplishment. And you can use that physical experience and go, man, let me do that inner work. Let me do that inner work. Let me discover what this Christ energy is. Let me discover what it's like to make contact with ETs. Let me discover this for myself and generate a testimony. Generate testimony. Well, this is why it's so important for you guys to make videos, generate videos, explaining your life choices, your life paths and goals. Because people are thirsty for knowledge. People are thirsty for knowledge. So when you climb that mountain outside self, climb that mountain within. Battle your angels, battles your demons. You have a drug addiction. You have alcohol addiction, pornography. You always have to constantly buy stuff. Buy. Gambling. Or just Facebooking. That's a huge one too. That's an addiction. Constantly looking on Facebook. What's going on? What's going on? What are people talking about? What are people talking about? On and on and on and on and on. Distractions. You're not walking the mountain on your path. You're not walking the mountain on your path. And you can use the chakra systems as a good example. People will walk past the root. They'll walk past the sacral chakra, right? But the main chakra they get stuck in is the stomach chakra. And what is the stomach chakra? It is the third and the fourth dimension blended together. It is the energy point. Where do we store energy? Where do we store chi? Within our stomach, within our spiritual body. And you have the choice to make that spiral motion flow up all the way through your heart space, your throat chakra, everything, all the way through your crown. You can make your energy shoot through that way, or you can keep your energy spiraling and just focus just on your sacral and root, chakra. And if you want to look at it from a physical standpoint, that is sexuality and waist. Sexuality and your waist, right? Your root chakra. You're just letting all that crap out. You're just letting that crap just flow out underneath yourself. Just underneath yourself. You're not, you're just stepping in your own crap constantly. You're not allowing the energy to flow through you. You're not allowing that voice to speak out. You need to allow the spirits to speak through you. Not out of you. Oh, man. I tell you. But yeah, it's, at the end of the day, we really have to just start joining together and just start looking at things as a whole. I could continue this conversation on and on and on. But yeah, at the end of the day, we got to start taking all this stuff together. People talk about foundation is Christ and the Bible. Let's learn together. Now, if that person is trying to say, well, you need to just listen to the Bible and don't look outside the box, well then, that's where they are. Just explain to them your experiences and that's it. Same with people who are into the New Age concept. Talking about Christ and the Bible is just old dogma. You ain't going to learn nothing from it. Learn about dimensions and the chakras is all you need to know. It's all you need to know. I'm like, let's sit down and let's put it all together, because I practice chakras and I practice all this too. I blend this all together. I blend this all together in my life. We just have to start listening to each other, and not developing the spotlight perception. The spotlight perception. And there's a lot of people that are coming out now. A lot of people that are coming out, who are generating podcasts and thinking outside the box. That are allowing people to express themselves freely, without being afraid of, hey, I have a different lifestyle. Are they going to turn me away? No, we're not going to turn you away. Let's find out what's going on. Hey, I just gave my life to Christ, but I have questions. I'm having these encounters with ET beings, and I really want to further meditation, but the church is telling me no. Well, come on in. Let's discuss it. I can tell you about my personal journey. Hey, I'm all about the church, and what you're doing is wrong and evil. Well, explain to me what is wrong and evil. Well, the Bible says, I read the Bible, man, too. There's a lot of things that are talked about in the Bible about ET beings and communication. Just what I read about in Mark 9. Explain that to me, man. What are these floating clouds in the sky? What is that? What is Jacob's ladder? What is that? Well, I don't know. Well, let's find out together. So that's what this is all about. This is what I felt needed to be talked about. So at the end of the day, it's all about you. It's all about the I am. Again, Christ said, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. No one goes to the Father but through me. You sit, pray, and meditate. Who are you with? You are by yourself. You're in the I am perception. You are in that sacred place. There's also secret symbolism. There's the 12 disciples, right? Christ taught the 12 disciples. Well, if you look at Christ as a rabbi or a mentor, he is the 13th one. And what's the 13th one? Look into that. The 13th one is a representation of the 0 point, or that going within concept, the going within. That sacred place. That's that 13 perception. That's the 0 point that you want to go in. That's the place where you reset yourself. Through deep meditation, you sit inside that sacred place. That's what you're going to find. You're going to be sitting in that I am state. I am state. And it's an amazing journey. It's an amazing journey of fighting your demons and encountering angels and ETs, and just discovering that personal relationship with Christ, Mashiach, with the Father and Mother. Oh man, it's so beautiful, man. It's so beautiful. You just have to give your time to discover that. So yeah, again, I could be talking all day long. So it looks like there's no questions or anything, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it as this. So just love yourself, keep shining bright. Just realize that your voice, you have a voice, and you can inspire many people. Don't be shy. Don't be shy to tell your story. Let people know what's going on. Let people know what's going on. This is kind of a diary. This can be viewed as a diary of what's going on. With me personally and whatnot. So just let your voice be heard, man. Let your voice be heard. So go ahead and leave it on that. So love yourself, keep shining bright, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, and I'll talk to you guys again. All right, shalom.